Hello everybody and welcome back to the labs. I am Towsty and this is InfiniSauce episode 13. Well, lots has been happening, and the least of which of me is relearning how to use the F1 and F5 keys. Alright, there we go. So, things have happened. Our quarries, let's go take a look at them real quick. And by quarries, I mean my one quarry that I have been moving around to a couple places. Have finished. So with those extra windmills that I put on last time, the quarry's finished up real good. Real good, real nice. But one of them has a whole heap ton of water in it. Brr, come on, world, load in. Come on, load in. Brrrr. Let's try again. I know that doesn't necessarily help speed it up, but it makes me feel better, so. Look at this crazy designs and swirls in the bedrock. Okay, so this is what we've quarried out. It's 3 quarries wide. And this one's still full of water, so I am working on that. I want to come and get this oil to use it for a couple things. And yeah, that's about it. So I picked up everything in the quarry, and I have made a new golden bag, and this is quarry things. This is all of our windmills, our power cables, most of our stuff that we need, and our digital miner, which we're not really using. The only thing that's not really in there is actually the quarry. There it is. That's why I have my quarry and my bag of wonders. So, yeah, that you could rename those in an anvil if you're curious, and I figure I got more than enough levels, so why not? So that's the mining world updated and taken care of. I realized I did an update to my recording software, and ever since then my volume, I think, has been a little too loud on the microphone settings. So I'm going to start checking on that and making sure it is up to date. Lots of things have been going on for me, both in real life and in the recording world of wonderfulness and stuff. Gosh, world holes, go away. Not the least of which is setting up a different way of recording slightly. Same software, same all that good stuff, but different setup a little bit, which I think is helping. The other big thing is that... Oh, I just had a brainwave that might make my recording. Anyways, sorry. The other big thing is I have started a new series called Break Time in the Labs. And so we do all of our work in Infinity Labs here in the Minecraft world, but eventually what we do is we take off and we go to the labs and we take a break from the labs and we play something else. And those are like just, you know, one-off episodes. If they're really well liked, they'll be series, but we're still pretty small, so I don't see that happening anytime soon. Yes, so that is something I am excited about. I have recorded one episode, and we'll be recording another one there shortly of a different game, and so that's awesome. Did I not? I thought I had something growing here. So, I had planned on coming on today and actually updating the Karma server and getting some more work done on that. But got a little distracted when I came to check on the quarries and started fiddling around and decided I'm going to record something so I can work on a bit more stuff after. I don't like going too far without you guys seeing what's going on and seeing some work get done, so that's what we're doing today. So, 3.5 minutes later, let's actually talk about what we're working on today. Let's just charge up my flux capacitor. I went into a single-player creative world and a test world, really, and played with Endertech a little bit. So Endertech is a mod that I talked about earlier, trying to get to know or get to learn. And I discovered a couple of things that are important. One, it's a very simple mod that does fantastic things. It adds a tank, like a multi-block tank system. It adds a charge pad for RF-based stuff. So if you have RF armor, or if you have RF tools, or things like these kinds of things, I could charge those with a charge pad. And so I may very well just put one here, and that should charge my stuff. I don't know yet. I have the flux capacitor. We'll see about that. I may use that in another build eventually. So we'll see. I really need to make me a redstone exchanger, and then also some tanks. I want to make a couple of tanks, one for oil, one for experience. At the very least, that's what I want to get started. So here's the issue. Ender tanks require Enderium, and lots of it. So I make 8 of these. I think I need, if I do like a 5x5, each face is 5, so it's 3, 6, 9, 12, 16 per side ish. So 6 times 16 is 96, I guess, ish. And it'll be a little bit less than that I need just for the frames. Obviously, I don't need 96 frame blocks. That's crazy. Actually, it'll be a lot less than that. 36, because it'll be about 36, I think. Let's count, shall we? Let's get some cobble. So this is what I'm going to need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. We'll move this for now. I love the noise. I wish the anvils had more uses in my playstyle, because I love that. Dong! Is that right? Does that look right to you guys? Sure. So just for the excuse me, for the ender tank frame, I'm gonna need 44 Enderium blocks, or Enderium ingots. So 44. What am I doing? So 44 divided by 4 is about 12. I know it's actually like 11. Sorry, it's 11. What am I talking about? Yeah. So I need 11 crafting recipes of Enderium, and that's not the easiest thing to do in the world. However, we do have ender pearls, and just a little bit earlier today, because I realized I had forgotten about my ender farm, and I don't check it enough, I decided to put a barrel up on my ender farm. And it's raining. Fantastic. So now I got ender pearls pumped out into that barrel, and we should be getting them real good. Now, oh, hello. I love the way they just crumple. That is great. Come to me, apples. Let me just grab some food while I'm out here. So, that's just for the frame. Now, you may be wondering if this is worth it. Like, I don't know, if you've never played with this mod, I haven't, other than test it out, you may be wondering if it's worth it, because, like, okay, I need 44 for that, which, oh no, it's actually 8 per recipe, so that's a bit less than 11. What's that, like 8? 8 times 8 is 64. Nope, so 5 is 40. So it's actually, I need about 6 crafting recipes. Just for this, which means I'm going to need a few more ender pearls. And I'm going to need to learn how to make these, which is, oh my gosh, I need so many. So let me do some quick math, and I will come back here and let you know how many I need. Okay, so I've figured it out, roughly. I need about 128 Enderium ingots. Now, that does not include the amount of ender pearls that I need to melt down for tesseracts, nor the amount of ender pearls that I need to melt down or to use for ender eyes. So I need quite a few ender pearls. So we're just going to start processing as much as I can. I don't know how far I'm going to get in this, but we're going to give it a shot. I don't really need these pants right now. All right. So there's all of our ender pearls. Oh, wow. Well, there's one less ender pearl for now. Wow, that was fantastic. Yeah, so that is what we're going to do. So in order to do that, I need to set up the infrastructure required. Not sure why there's 2 bricks missing here right now. To get Enderium. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut an area behind this wall. Well, I mean, there already kind of is one. But I'm going to cut an area back here to set up for a facility where I can auto-craft all of this stuff. Not necessarily using AE. I'm not sure yet how I'm going to do it. But I will find a way to do it effectively and efficiently. Lovely wireless terminal. Where's my bag of wonders? I'm just gonna throw this stuff in there for now because I don't really need it. And you guys can do like so. So I may even use thermal expansion to do this, to make this a completely thermal expansion build. And that is quite possible to do. And just for the sake of safety, I'm gonna do this. All right. So this is where my machine facility is right now. So I'm going to use this area. And that should be good for us. Come on. You know what? Before I get any further in this, let's hop on down here and grab that guy. Huh. Dancing atomic disassembler. Calm down, you. Calm down. So, let me just clear this out real quick, and then we'll get to making some machines. Because in order to make tesseracts, and in order to make... Gosh, what do you call it? You know that thing where ender pearls are... Enderium, you know, the whole reason I'm doing this, I'm going to need a magma crucible, a couple fluid transposers, actually really just one if I'm just using the one kind, and an induction furnace and an extra pulverizer. So let me get some of that figured out, and we'll be right back. I realize I haven't shown a whole lot of crafting, especially of thermal expansion, on camera for this series, and so I think in order to make these machines, I decided to record it. So what I need right now is I'm going to start with the magma crucible, which I know I'm going to need quite a few machine frames, so I'm going to probably make about 10 of these guys. And I haven't decided which machine. I guess I'll just do the basic ones. So like 10 of those. We'll do, a stack of that apparently. Oops. And we'll make, I don't know that all these recipes have copper gears, but I will do about 20 of these guys. Because we have the power, we have the resources. Now, nether bricks I'm pretty sure I have. And if not, we'll just smelt up some netherrack and it'll be okay. Boo-boo. I wish they'd fix this NEI thing. Magma crucible. Now I need a fluid transposer, which I should be able to just do. Yep. I need a pulverizer, which I should also be able to just do, except for the piston. Yeah. Whoop, cell phone. Sorry about that. And I'm going to need some, I think they're schematics. Sure, 9, that sounds good. Some, and then I don't know if I want to use a cyclic assembler or the machinist. Let's start with the machinist workbench, because I always do this wrong when I pick the cyclic assembler. I don't have any paper, do I? Not to worry, I do have sugarcane. Just not that much. Crafting table, easy. Strongbox, also easy. And a bada boom bada bing. Is that all I'm gonna need? Oh, an induction smelter is the last one. Induction. Boom. Okay. So we're actually going to borrow... second thought... We're actually going to borrow some quarry power cables, but just the weaker ones, because we're going to use the elite ones for the quarry. And that should be good. So now let's come over here and set up what we're going to want to do. Basically how I want this to work is I want to be able to put I don't really know how many of these I'm going to need. The items I need to make a Tesseract and the items I need to make Enderium and all that good stuff into a chest, and it will just automatically go through and figure everything out. So put the pulverizer in here. We're going to put the magma crucible, the induction smelter, fluid transposer, and the induction smelter. And just for now, we're going to turn off all of the inputs, which I'm glad it remembers the configuration as you go along, and I don't have to open the tab every time. That used to be a thing. All right, so now we need some Enderium. Enderium blend. Now I may need to add another magma crucible and fluid transposer to this in order to make blaze powder, because that's going to be needed for. Whoops, sorry, banged my microphone. To do what we need. So Enderium blend needs tin, silver, and shiny metal. So let's go tin. Actually, tin, silver, shiny metal, a bucket, and let's take a stack of ender pearls for now. Now, I'm going to put these in here already. And we're going to say that's our output, and this is our input of fluid. Now, in order to do this, the machinist workbench is what's going to actually do the auto crafting for us. And then I'll pull out with a tube and everything will go back into the system. So in order to do this, we're going to need to pulverize. I'm going to take 4 of each of these and just get them pulverized for now. And that way I have a few to work with. But here's how the machinist workbench works. Basically, you give it a recipe. And you, we can put this guy in here. And you save it to a schematic. Put you in here. Actually, I'll probably need 8 of you. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do that. I have a creeper head for some reason. You go there. Now I'm hoping what I can do is take these guys and just pipe everything into the machinist workbench. That's my hope. We will see. And so it's going to be done like this. That, like that, and then you come over here and you put the shiny in, and that'll make our Enderium for us. So if it's red, it means it doesn't have the required resources down here. If it does, then all I have to do is write the schematic, and when I pull out of here, I will use these resources to make this. And we have ourselves a written schematic. So I may switch this out for a cyclic assembler if I need to, but for now, this is what I want to do. And then what I'm actually going to need to do, I'm going to move this, because even though I have what, like, basically the induction smelter needs to be after it crafts the Enderium blend. Oh good, it stores its power now. That's good. So put this back. Where's my schematic? There it is. In there, and then do. Okay. I'm not quite sure if this is what I'm going to be looking for, but that's what I'm thinking. All right. So now all we need to do is set up a pipe system with a couple filters, and this should be good. I may need a couple more of these, like I said, for blaze powder. Do I have any blaze powder? Just a couple rods. Alright, so let's come back over here and get our last couple machines, because I will need them now. Blaze. Nope. So I need a magma crucible again. Which, of course, I need one more component for. Up, up, and away, my beautiful balloon. Boom. And a fluid transposer, which I don't know if I have a bucket for or not. I do not. Let's do that, and then we'll make a bucket for me. And glowstone. So here's how this works. Basically, you give it redstone, and I'll do it over here, and we'll do it backwards. And I may need to move this all down one so it doesn't interfere with that system there. But we will say, you go out this way. Oh no, I didn't put it backwards like I meant to. I want the magma crucible there, that there. Out that way, in this way, and out that way. So what'll happen now is I can throw this in here, and then put glowstone in. It'll turn it to blaze powder. And we will set this side to green, and this side to purple? Yes. Actually, purple will probably be on the top. And then... Alright, so we need some... None of these. Oh, I can use... These are extras, so we'll do... Bloop. Bloop. And go. Yeah, I was afraid of that. I'm not sure if this is going to work. I might have to use an autocrafter system from something else. Maybe if I pull it from the back? Is that a thing? Nope. Alright, let's try an extraction tube. Well then, that's going to be difficult to figure out. Alright, let me figure that out real quick. Alright, so here's what I'm about to try. I swapped it out for a cyclic assembler, which is what I kind of thought I was going to have to do, which uses power to do auto crafting, and so I don't think the machinist workbench interacts with things on purpose, so you need to use this instead. So once I put these in, it'll make it, it'll pull it out, and it'll actually put it here. And then this should be emptying there. But is not for some reason. Why are you not? Oh, because you need to be pyrotheum. And pyrotheum is you with this stuff. So I'm going to need to add a bit more, a couple more steps. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. So that'll be there. This is about to get ugly. Alright. So this is all figured out. I just need to give it the right materials, and it'll pump it over here. And then put it in here, which is great. Great success. Curious how many buckets one stack of ender pearls will do, because it's all I put in there. So it makes 4 buckets, which makes 16 ingots. which is pretty sweet in my mind, to be honest. Or sorry, that'll actually make 32 ingots. So here's what we need to do. Let's go over here and let's make one more cyclic assembler, which cyclic, all we need is some tin gears. Glad I make so many of those. We've got our schematic. Now, pyrotheum is pretty easy to make. Redstone, sulfur, coal. Actually, I don't want to use that kind of coal. I want to use pulverized coal. Because that way I can use the same system. So I'm going to have to rearrange these machines pretty heavily, and once I've checked to see that I have all the pieces for everything, I will show you how it works. Until then, ooh, I already got some more sulfur. We have loads of sulfur because I went in the nether and looked for some. And it really doesn't take too much to get them. So we're going to take our, just for kicks here, to show you while we're here. We're going to actually take a cyclic assembler and put it here for now. It will not stay here because I'm going to rearrange this back room a little bit and get some more space to work with. All right. And you, sir, will output nowhere. Because it actually needs to be on top of this when the time comes. It'll be beside this. So what we're going to do is, if you have a cyclic assembler and you want to create a crafting recipe, you just put a schematic in. Here, sorry. And then you do like this. You put your crafting recipe in. Where's my sulfur? Where is my sulfur? Up and away. What am I missing? Redstone, right? Crap. Redstone. So let's try it again. Coal, sulfur, redstone, blazy blaze equals that. It's now part of this recipe. Nope. Like so. It pumps it out into here and it makes an ingot. So that's how we're going to do it. So I'll be back when it's all set. And here it is, the finished product, I think. I haven't actually gotten through a whole cycle of stuff because I've only got the one pulverizer. But that's okay. But basically what happens is I put what I need in this chest and it'll get filtered through. So I may put some speed upgrades in here. I have some extras now because I had to make a couple of things that required them, and oh boy, it's been a bit of a rabbit trail. So I wasn't quite sure how I was going to get power to all of these machines and still keep it looking decent. So I took this power out here, and then I actually just got a energy transfer node, which is kind of tedious to make. What? Alright. Transfer node energy, which you need to do in a QED. So I had to make a QED and a Ender Flux crystal over there to power it. And yeah, I've been at this for a little while now. I'm getting this figured out the way I want. So these are all filter pipes. And these are all extraction pipes. And so basically what's going to happen is it'll put everything in the right place, I think. This is set up to pull out anything but pulverized coal, and this pulls out pulverized coal. I'm hoping we won't get clogged with sulfur. If that's the case, then I'll also add sulfur to this. In fact, I may do that now. Pause this. Add sulfur to that, because it needs sulfur on this side. And this is anything but coal, so it'll be anything but coal and sulfur. And you can keep going. So what happens is I put all the ingots and everything in here, and it gets pumped into this guy. which is fine. And eventually it'll work its way through and it'll dump everything it has into here for the different pulverized ingots. Sweet. Or pulverized dusts. And then on this side, it'll make the blaze powder. So it'll take the redstone, the sulfur, the coal. Sorry, it'll make the pyrotheum, which is redstone, coal, and sulfur, and blaze powder, which is why we can take the coal and the sulfur from here and be okay. And the blaze powder is actually made over here. This filter will allow redstone, like that, and this one will allow glowstone. And it infuses the redstone into the glowstone, which makes a blaze powder, and it just dumps it into this guy, which is good. Alright, so we got our coal filling up in there. I'm just hoping I have all these set up right. I didn't really check, but that will about do it for our episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're just going to let this finish out as much as we can. My only concern is this redstone. I may need to actually do this. And I know it's better to do this with redstone blocks in this kind of instance. But I'll keep this full of redstone. Full of redstone. And that way the redstone actually makes its way into not just this. Because this needs to accept a bit of redstone as well. But I really need this to make sure it gets some. So I'll keep that full of redstone for now. I don't know why this is having such a hard time. Oh, because there's no input on any of these on the back. So you'll have an input and you'll have an input. And we'll just keep that full of redstone, which might take a little bit. I'll probably actually go craft some redstone blocks, because we have lots of redstone now. And once this is all done, I'll actually start the quarry again. But before I do, I'm going to probably upgrade it to a Quarry Plus, which I haven't decided whether I'm going to record or not yet. It can be a little tedious to watch. So I'll probably record some of it. If not, I'll at least just show the finished product. Alright, so that's got all of those. What it needs now, and this is the only part I haven't automated, is the ender pearls. I don't think I've filtered, so I go in there. This filter needs a bucket. And let's take our stack of ender pearls and put it in here. That way they can get going. And the fluid transposer, you need to accept from this side as well. There we go. So far, so good. That'll keep these full of redstone. This will craft its pyrotheum blend. Or pyrotheum dust, sorry. And put it on this side. This will create its Enderium blend and put it on that side. And together it will make one big happy family. And it should end up over here. Yep. So now this is cruising. We need our buckets to be able to go in there too. Up and away in my beautiful balloon. I actually need one more bucket, but that's okay. Alright. Let's get one more bucket. I want 4 in the system. Where's my iron? 1, 2, 3. So now all I have to do is take that out, and we have the automated processing of Enderium, so that I can make why you know have filter. So I can make Enderium really easy. I just gotta put the resources in the chest and it'll send everything where it needs to go. Alright guys, well I hope you have enjoyed this episode and this kind of creative build that I've been working on. Next time we will look at the Quarry Plus, or we will look at making the Quarry Plus, because I'm sick of having fluid in my quarry holes. And that way I can run bigger quarries for longer. I don't have to maintain them as much. So until next time, guys, I have been Towsty. Hang your lab coats up on the way out. And I hope you join me next time. Deuces.